Notice in Luke chapter 18, verse 1, he told him a parable. Why, Christ? Why are you telling us this parable? That they ought always to pray and not lose heart. Beloved, we don't have to figure out what Christ is getting ready to say. The interpretation the king has given to us, he's telling us that the reason for this parable is that we should not lose heart and we should always pray. Why does Christ tell his disciples to always pray and not lose heart? Why does Christ tell us to always pray and not lose heart? Beloved, because we have that tendency. When God is sort of slow in answering our request, we stop praying. Listen, I love and I believe in the sovereignty and providence of God in this moment. That it is no accident that we are covering a text on prayer in the midst of everything that we're going through. God is sovereign and he is good to us, that in the midst of this, he would give us a text and say, remember, church, pray always, don't lose heart. I love his sovereignty because I believe that there are folks who are listening even right now that have decided that they're going to stop praying about some things because they don't think it's making a difference. Some folks who even said this past week or this past month, I'm done praying about my marriage. It doesn't make a difference. Nothing is changing. Folks who have said last week or last month, I'm done praying about these health issues. It doesn't make a difference. Nothing is changing. Folks who have said last week or this last month, I'm done praying about my unbelieving family member, that they would come to know who Jesus Christ is. It's not making a difference. I've been praying for 10 years and nothing is changing. If I can be honest, I'm sort of preaching to myself here in Luke chapter 18. Because just this past week, I was tempted to sort of give in to this thinking that praying is futile. Praying doesn't matter. Sort of bringing you into the sort of inner recesses of my own heart. One of my biggest requests right now is that the church of God would remember that this world is not our home. We're citizens passing through, and I often go to the Lord like, Lord, would you help us even in the midst of this political season? Remember that Christ is our King. He is eternal. Will we have more post and conversation about his eternal rule than the temporal rule of any presidential candidate? And last week I said, Lord, why does it even matter? Sort of gazed out on Facebook and Twitter. What good is my prayer? It's not making a difference. In a real sense, beloved, then, God in his goodness, God in his kindness has sort of hand-wrapped this passage and is delivering it to you and I right now. Christ is saying, even in the midst of that temptation to stop praying, that Christ is saying, no, don't stop praying. Keep praying and fighting for your marriage. Keep praying and fighting for salvation. Keep praying and fighting for the church of God. Keep praying and fighting for protection. The King is delivering a gift this morning to our present day, and he's having us unwrap it this day and pray to him, reminding us that the King is listening. Though we oftentimes think he's slow, he's not slow as men count slowness. He's listening, and he will answer.